Hey, coaches, thank you for taking time out to join us for the coaching call. This is yours truly, Andrika J. Austin. I go by Coach AJ for short. I am founder of the Boss of That's Me, where I love helping coaches convert conversations to clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. So whether you're joining us live via the conference line or if you're taking time out in Facebook Live, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be here with me. Before we dive into tonight's topic, which is how to avoid overwhelm in your coaching business, I know you guys will love the tips and tricks I share. I'm going to share a resource with you guys that'll dive into this topic a little bit more as we go along. It's only $10. I shared it on our last coaching call, and you'll be pleased to know that that's still available. But you have to stay throughout the call to find out more about where to go get that. Before we dive in, let me let you know that we have a First Life certification course coming up here live in Atlanta, Georgia with fastcoachtraining.com with yours truly as the trainer for the day. If you or someone you know is looking to either take a fresh course as you've been through Fast Coach Training, or you want to send someone there because they need to become a coach because they're so good at helping others reach their potential, you and or they can head over to www.fastcoachtraining.com to get more information. Let's go ahead and dive in. Now, if you were listening to our last coaching call, I shared a book that I wrote a little short while ago called Secrets of a Socialprenista. And it featured the top 8 mistakes that I see a lot of coaches make that leave them broke, stuck, and struggling in their business, women in particular. And I give you inspiration for the journey in the book. I'm going to dive into one of the tips that I share in the book, and then I'm going to lead you over to the resource where you can get your own copy of the book. I have the ebook version. We're working on the audio version. Of course, the print version is available. So if you've ever had me in the Fast Coach Training course, you probably walked away with your own copy of Secrets of a Socialprenista. Well, I had the genius idea to go ahead and offer it to those who do not have their copy and into digital format. And I wanted to make sure that you were able to grab that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the comments. Hey, Tina Bailey. Hey, Tawana. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the comments where you guys can go get this. Hey, Melissa. Thanks for joining. So the link is bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. Let me say that slow. bit.ly, the number /8 mistakes ebook. So Facebook Live, it's a comment. You guys can just click the link if you want to dive into the topic that I'm sharing about during this coaching call and get even more information. So I get a lot of phone calls. I have had so many sessions that I call Ask AJ, where you come to the call with most burning questions. And a lot of people want to know how do they avoid getting overwhelmed, or I should have titled this coaching call, How to Hire Help. Now, as I mentioned, I walked you through this in the book, Secrets of a Socialprenista, over at bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook, because again, this is one of the 8 mistakes. We kind of chatted about another mistake on our last coaching call, but I want you guys to be able to get more information on this because so many people go through this, not just women coaches, but people in general who have their own businesses. It's easy to get caught up in trying to do everything our own way. It's easy to try to think that we can do everything because we're superhuman. But just know that because you're trying to do everything, there's some of your clients, your coaching clients, who are not getting served because you're trying to do everything. So that's what we're going to chat about. I would love to see your comments and your questions. And by the way, you guys, you hear a little rumbling in the background. It is about to storm over here in hot Atlanta. It's a little humid today. But just letting you know that, plus my fan going on in the background. I guess you guys are like, what is Coach AJ up to over there? So that's what we're diving into. We're going to come to you guys towards the end of the conference line and Facebook Live to get your question answered. So if you have any questions about what you do in your business and how you can get help with this, make sure you post them in the comments or be prepared to come on live with me on the conference line. So I'm pulling up a copy of the digital version of Secrets of a Socialprenista, and we're diving into the mistake that is a part of the 8, but it's actually not mistake number 1. We talked about number 1 during our last coaching call, was no passion. And let's see if you guys can give me just a moment. I thought I had, but apparently I did not. So, oh, I know where it is. See, this is the beauty of having it digitally. You guys don't hear me changing pages. So, procrastination, we talked about last week. Getting overwhelmed, we're talking about this week. And overwhelm comes when you think you're the coach of the century. You think, I got this, I don't need anybody, I'm good by myself. But really, what you need to do is find out who can help you carry your dream in your coaching business to fruition. And when I say to fruition, I mean that if you have a vision for being, let's say, a six-figure coach, you hear that a lot in the coaching industry, then you want to make sure that you have the systems, the resources, the support set aside for you to be able to do that. But you can only do that when you ask for help. Now, I listed overwhelm, or what I call attempting to do it all, because we come off as super women or super men, but we have to remember that we're human. No matter what you may think or what anybody may tell you, you're not invincible, and you cannot be everything to everyone. You can't be and do everything that it takes to run your own successful business. Now, I once heard someone say you can have it all, but you cannot do it all, at least not all at once. And I believe this is true. It helps to get help. Let me say that again. It helps to get help. But first, you have to know when to officiate. You have to know when to do what's called delegation. When you know when to delegate certain tasks or duties in your coaching company, coaching business, coaching practice, you know who is responsible for what in your business. It's not all falling on you. This is the number one way to avoid overwhelming your business by not attempting to do it all. Now, you have to know which opportunities that come your way that you should take advantage of and how they meet your overall business goals, if you are going to be one who carries them out, or if you can simply pass the task on to someone else who is capable on your team. Now, when I say on your team, again, you have to have this process set up. So what I dive into in the book is how to actually start to set up your team. And I'll give you guys a couple hints, but the rest of this is over at bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. Again, bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. Now, to get a clear picture and to better focus on what you should be focusing on in your coaching business, you have to create a system that I call FART. I won't say it aloud. You can spell in your mind and just know that one of my readers was offended that I put that word in my book. But it's actually an acronym, which stands for finish, assign, research, and terminate. Now, number one is this way that you start to FART in your business. Release. Let some of that pressure go. The first way you do this is to write down the details of the main task that you need accomplished. Now, you may have heard this said by another coach, another guru expert, where they say, develop a standard operating procedure. Well, the way you begin this process is that you start to empty your brain by writing things down and putting them on paper, along with a few action steps of how this task is carried out. Now, what you want to do is list what you do and what you do not want to do when it comes to carrying out the task. Let me say that again slowly. As you start to write down the details of the task that you mainly need help with in your coaching company, this is where you're sitting with yourself, you're emptying your brain, you're starting the first step in developing an SOR, or what people call a standard operating procedure, SOP, and what people are calling a standard operating procedure. You're sitting, you're emptying your brain, you're putting things on paper, you're listing out what you do want to do, and then mainly you're listing out what you do not want to do when it comes to carrying out a certain task in your coaching company. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have been to a networking event. You guys know I'm big on teaching about networking and how to go out and find clients and tell people who you are and what you do. You come back to your office, whether you have a home office, an off-campus office, virtual office, and you have this list of, or this stack of business cards. And you don't want to sit and put all the contact information into a database for you to reach out to the person that you connected with who could potentially be interested in your coaching company or becoming a coaching client and getting signed up with you. The first thing you need to do is decide what part of that task you want to do. And you're sitting with yourself, how I want this done by putting it on, do with this. And the part that you don't want to do, you got, which is assign. Excuse me. You're getting your list of what must get done. You want to specify the thing you want to do and what you don't want to do. In step 2, you get it off to someone else. You are brainstorming. and you're trying to make it make sense, I love the fact that my assistant can put everything in the database, and then I can send out an email to my new contacts. I love that in that same task, my assistant can set up a conference call with my new contact. But I also love that I get to talk to these people and continue the conversation that started at a networking event. So again, this is the process where you're sitting with yourself, asking yourself the question, what you love about doing those tasks. So this list goes on. Let's see, that's just 2 out of 7 ways to continue to build a standard operating procedure, meaning every time you go to a networking event, your assistant always will load in that contact information in your database. You will always have your assistant set up the scheduled time for the call, and then you will always get to talk to that person and continue the conversation and potentially sign up a new coaching client. Now, there are 7 steps in how to fully do this and even how to bring the right people on your team. And that information is over at bit.ly/8mistakes ebook. Again, bit.ly/drains that you're taking the next step to bring the right person on your team so that you can steps for how to take that next level with hiring a great team. You don't just need a team, you need a great team. Someone that catches the vision of your coaching company, someone who can understand the task at hand because you've sat and written it out, and someone who can help you take it to the next level. So Facebook Live, I see that maybe this storm that's going on around me has our internet and Wi-Fi connection kind of spazzing out right now. So we're going to go ahead and open up the call for Q&A. I'm going to check the conference line, and I'm going to come to you, Facebook, as long as we're still connected, and see what questions do you have about this simple step on how to avoid attempting to do it all, and how you can potentially bring on the right people on your team to start taking the next step. Now, this may be one of those calls we have to continue because we didn't get to dive into as much as I would have liked, but I'm here for you. So Facebook, if you're still there, if you can hear me, what questions do you have? And let me make sure our conference line is still connected as well. Now, I apologize in advance, Facebook Live. It may have been spotty. Again, we have a storm on the horizon here in Atlanta, so I may have been going in and out. Some of you are still hanging in there with me. I appreciate that. Hey, Shirley, Brittany, Sia, Tina, Tawana, and Melissa. Thank you guys for joining. Tangi says, what's the average amount you are paying for help? Tangi, that's a great question. I'm going to go ahead and, number one, say it's over at bit.ly/8mistakes ebook. I really dive into how to find great help because I've been in business for about 14 years. I've been a coach for about 5, and I have ongoing partnerships with universities around Atlanta. I actually have, and I can throw that in as a bonus. There is a recording that I did with a human resources recruiter or a student services recruiter down at the University of West Georgia. I love interns. The reason I love interns is because you get to see who is hungry. And I have met so many awesome ladies who have come to serve on my team, everything from my first business to where I am now in my coaching company. They love the fact that they can work. I let them know up front, it's not paid. And then at the end, they get a letter of recommendation. They get a stipend from me. I surprise them at the end. But what I love is that because I've sat with myself, I've created standard operating procedures. I put all this information in the book that's over at bit.ly/8mistakes ebook. That's the number 8 mistakes ebook. And I really sat with myself and dug in. So the book, you're going to see me walking you through the process of how I establish systems for support. So when I get an intern, when I hire a virtual assistant, or when I bring on a contractor that's paid by the hour, they are knowing what they're in for. So whether it's an intern position that's free, whether it's a contractor who can name their own price, or whether it's a virtual assistant who comes with her own packages, you'll know what you need to be paying the people who assist you with your vision. But guess what? If your vision is laid out like how we just walked through those first 2 of 7 steps with setting up a system, people don't have problems with coming to help you for free working for stipends, let alone recommendation. But you have to know what you're looking for, because you had to have had that session with yourself where you sat and you asked yourself questions, you wrote everything out, and now you can literally hand it off. I think even in the book I refer to the scripture that says, write the vision, make it plain. This is the part of the process of writing your vision out, making it plain so that he who reads it can run with it. So the pay isn't necessarily the first thing we should be concerned about, because again, it's easy to get free help on your team. The main thing is making sure that in order for you to avoid overwhelm as a coach in your coaching business, that you have sat with yourself and started this 7-part process that I break down in Secrets of a Socialprenista. It's the chapter called Attempting to Do It All. It starts on page 6 of the ebook. And again, you can get your own $10 copy of the ebook over at bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. So Tangi, that was your answer to the average amount that you're paying for help, because it can vary. Tangi says, wow, didn't know about the universities like interns too as a way of giving back. Absolutely. So Tangi, when I write books, when I create coaching programs, and especially when I share them with you guys here live, a portion of the proceeds, even though it's only a $10 ebook, goes back to my local universities that have serviced me with providing this fabulous internship process that we've set up over the years. And I get to help ladies pay for their college textbooks, put gas in their gas tank, treat them to lunch, all because they showed up to help me serve you. So that's my mission, and that's my way of giving back. And then when I show up on these calls, giving back to you guys as the coach. So when you sow a $10 seed and then you get access to this knowledge of how I've been able to successfully do that, not only are you helping me, you're helping another student, and then you're helping whoever they help once they graduate, because I work with a lot of graduate students. But again, because they come to me and my vision is so clear and I've spelled out everything I want them to do, they get to complete this process, and then they're like, okay, Coach AJ, what else do I need? What else do you need help with? And the secret to this is a lot of my information that I need help with from my interns are virtual. But again, I share all that in the book. And the bonus that I'm throwing in is a free VIP class, and I call it my VIP program. It's Volunteer Internship Program. And it's where I've sat with a local recruiter and wrote down everything that needs to be in the job description to attract the right intern. So while you may start hiring people for free, you can also start to put this in the process when you pay people out of pocket. So hopefully that tip helped you. Again, I dive in Secrets of a Socialprenista. It's worth way more than the $10 I'm charging. But again, because we are ramping up production with this audio book, we have a book number 8 coming out. You guys need to have at least these basics that I cover. And if you're on Facebook Live, just click the link. It's bit.ly/8 mistakes secrets, or 8 mistakes ebook. Again, bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. It's where I dive into how to successfully set up a support system and getting the right help. So I'm going to throw in that bonus VIP class with the West Georgia recruiter. And she doesn't talk to everybody, which was great. She actually met me at a networking event, and she heard me speak, and I let her know that I work with women coaches, or now coaches around the world, who need help from college students. And a lot of the schools are making kids help community organizations take their business to the next level as a part of their graduation. So if you want to know the keys, the easy keys, because like I said, she doesn't talk to everybody, and it's very hard to get people on the phone that'll let you know how these internship programs work. But if you have these steps that I addressed in Secrets of a Socialprenista, then you will skip all of that, because I've been working on this for years, and I finally put it in the book, and then I put it in a recording that I did not too long ago down at the University of West Georgia. So hopefully that helps you guys. Any other questions that we have? Let's see. I'm trying to get us back online. Let me use my phone. Let me check our conference line. What other questions do you have? Facebook Live. You guys know I love this. What questions do you have? All right. So let me see if I'm doing this right on the conference line. All right. No questions pending yet on our conference line. Facebook Live, I'm so sorry. My coverage is spotty. I think I'm going to add the replay call to this on my Facebook page. So if we're connected, you guys can get a copy of this replay for free, because the call, we're on a conference line and we're on Facebook Live as well. And if Facebook Live is spotty, you guys deserve the chance to go back and listen to the replay call. So check my Facebook page in the next few minutes, and also check our Fast Coach Training alumni page. I'm going to share the call replay if this recording was too spotty for you guys to hear. If you have any questions, go ahead and head over to bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. Purchase your copy. It's only $10. It's a resource to make sure your coaching is aligned with your goals to grow a successful coaching business. And it's worth every penny and then some. And if you have questions, of course, I'm here to help answer any questions that you have, along with that bonus recording of the interview that I did with the local recruiter for how you guys can get great people on your team to help you carry out the vision that you're going to start developing, because it's all in the book. All right, guys, I'm also available to answer questions. Continue keeping them coming in the comments if you have them, if you can hear me loud and clear, Facebook Live. I'm happy to answer any questions after our call. I'm going to leave you with this, since I don't see any additional questions. There is someone somewhere waiting on you, coach, to walk into your destiny so they can walk into theirs, because it's when you let your light shine, you give others permission to do the same. I am Coach Hendrika J. Austin. Head over to bit.ly/8 mistakes ebooks to make sure you're not making the same mistakes that keep you broke, stuck, and struggling in your coaching business. I have inspiration for you and your journey over at bit.ly/8 mistakes ebook. All right, guys, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day. Until we meet again with the better internet connections, my friends, you guys have a phenomenal day. God bless. Bye-bye.